worked with Hulk Hogan that much. I don't know him that well. I know you guys did in WCW. What can you tell me about the Hulk?
You mean personally?
Yeah, personally.
I date him. I don't know anything about personally, but as far as business goes, we're in the NWO, man. We're a band of thieves. And there was honor among thieves. Let me ask you something. Who's you know? Not that I know, that you know.
I mean, he came up with the Ron Simmons what gimmick? Who?
What? I tell you what, times that by 10.
Okay.
Hogan is a master manipulator. I tell you what, have no idea the storm on the horizon for honor.
You are now listening to the Team Heel podcast.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looked like. Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. He looked like a bitch.
It's still real to me, damn it!
You gotta love Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen. That is right, we are now live here on the Team Heel podcast. This is episode number 88. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 88. We are, 88 episodes in. Finally, right? Finally. Just finally, you know. But, again, that's around the point. This is, again, episode number 88 of the Team Heel podcast. We thank all of you for tuning in, as always. Whether it be here on the live stream, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and all that fun stuff, ShoutEngine.com. But then again, guys, I just thank all of you one more time. Again, just thank all of you. Because again, you guys are just fucking awesome. But then again, all of you already knew that. Again, you already knew that, right? Let's be fucking real here. Anywho, yes, as always, guys, I am Heel Steven, and I am joined here by two awesome people, as always. Kick it, cuz.
Yep, I'm Knowledge at Wrestling.
Kick it, cuz. The other cuz.
Right.
The other cuz. The other cuz.
Oh yeah, and I'm VZTV.
You know, you gotta do your intro, bro. Come on. You're here again.
Come on, man. Every time.
That's right. Every time you have to do that fucking intro.
But it's what's up, everybody? ZTV, Zonokas Man, Double Z's Man, whatever.
Indeed, yeah. Guys in the chat, let me know you guys can hear them. I had to add the Skype thing inside this. As you guys know already, we are using XSplit, a new software, new program, to do these live streams, which I think is more advanced, more professional if you ask me. But then again, that's around the point, all right? But we have a couple of announcements we want to give out before we start the show. Knowledge of Wrestling, can you please give the first announcement?
Yes, as you all know, you could hear the Team Heel podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, even here on YouTube, and ShoutEngine.com. Well, now there's another platform that you can check us out on, and it's on Spreaker. There's an audience there, and now you have even more platforms to check us out. So
Exactly.
make sure you won't be able to miss any episodes.
Exactly. Links down below in the description box for our Spreaker link. This podcast will be available there at the conclusion of this. And the other announcement is, in case you guys don't know, for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, I officially launched a Spreadshirt store account on Spreadshirt. Yes, the Heel Steven store. Right? So, here's the store, guys. I'm going to show you guys right now. This is the official Heel Steven store, pretty much. I have 3 shirts up on the store right now as we speak. We have Around the Point. I always say Around the Point, but again, why not make it to a shirt, right? I also have the Heel Steven Show shirt. And also, this is the one that recently debuted, a favorite, if you will, of mine in particular, the Anti-Smark, being that my gimmick is being the Anti-Smark. But then again, guys, you guys already knew that. So, stop by the site, buy a shirt, and show some love and all that fun stuff and rock them at a wrestling show or just in your every ordinary day life, period. Links up top there, heelsteven.spreadshirt.com. Buy a t-shirt, show some love, and yes, in case you guys don't know, there will be a Spreadshirt account for the TEAMHEEL podcast as well. I want to keep them separate, from, the Heel Steven show and the TEAMHEEL podcast and all the hell. If you guys have any ideas of some designs that you want to see for the TEAMHEEL podcast, let us know down below in the comment threads and all that fun stuff. But enough about all that. Gentlemen, how's you guys been? How's your week been, period?
It's been pretty good for the most part. It's almost. It's about to be May. Just 20 days, right?
Mayday. It's almost fucking May. Holy shit, right? Who would have thunk it? It is almost fucking May.
May is like that's my favorite month because I don't like the finals, but after finals, usually that's it. You're done with the semester. You get the whole summer to yourself. Do whatever you want.
Exactly. By the way, happy birthday, Mr. Key 18. Happy birthday, brother. And okay, another impromptu match happening in the comment threads. Aiden versus Maya versus Peter Griffin, triple threat. Okay, that's fun to know. But yeah, in the rope show, right? Steiner is a good among mortals. Yes, he's a god among mortals. Yes, he is. But Double Z, how have you been this week, brother? You seem quiet this week. What is it, man? Speak up, boy.
This has been the most stressful week due to two reasons. One, yours truly's birthday is almost here.
Oh, his birthday. Ooh.
This upcoming Sunday. And two, I ended up getting a special surprise by my coworkers that I did my reaction video on just recently on my channel.
What was that reaction, brother?
Well, let's just say I opened up the certain box in there and I found something X-rated that I don't know if I dare mention here on the podcast.
Brother, say it. We're all friendly here. We're all fans here. Let the people know, man.
Fine. I guess people have been probably wondering what it's been. You guys ever hear of the product called Pink Pussy?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Can you mind telling people know what this Pink Pussy's about?
If you guys need a graphical image, if you all have probably seen that whole collection of like sex toys with John Cena logos on them, like that purple and yellow logos and everything, it's got all that sex stuff in there. It's one of those products in there.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
It's like a flashlight.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, in other words, you can see it.
And I saw that in there.
So, in other words, you can see it.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
That box, I saw it in there. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't show it on YouTube.
I mean, you. Yo, Maya, listen. No one gives a fuck about this fucking match happening down your comment threads, okay? Just saying. I'm sorry, but it's the flat out truth. No one gives a fuck about these matches and shit. I'm just sorry here. I'm sorry. No one cares about these matches and shit. But anywho, guys, a lot to discuss this week in the world of professional wrestling. A lot has happened this week. And to start things off, okay, big news happened earlier today. It was announced that 3 other former WWE superstars decided to file a lawsuit against WWE. And I heard about this, and I'm saying to myself, again, another lawsuit. I'm sure you guys heard about it as well, right?
Yeah.
You guys heard about it. One of them, I'm going to get the names here. I'm going to just bust them out right here in a bit. Just bear with me here. All right? It's been a very long day. It's Friday, payday, and more money has been added to the savings for WrestleMania. I'm just saying again. Just put it out there, So, as you all know, 3 former WWE talents are suing WWE. It is an ongoing thing, let's be honest here, throughout this whole year already. Okay? So 3 guys are suing WWE. Ryan Sakata, I believe he was part of Tajiri's Minions back in 04 when Tajiri was the Cruiserweight champion, when he was spraying the black mist. Luther Reigns, I'm sure that's Roman Reigns' older brother for all we fucking know. And Russ McAuliffe. They've all filed lawsuits against WWE in California, and all three of them reside. They all reside in California, by the way. Literally it's a 45-page lawsuit. It's amazing. Apparently, Sakata claims that he and other talents were forced to wrestle injured or you lose your job, and WWE did not discuss or treat concussions. Sakata alleged that WWE is operated by intimidation and abuse, and that WWE disagreed. I apologize for my pronunciation and shit. I apologize again. Of his health and safety at the point that they left him traumatized. Get this, traumatized. McCullough claims he was knocked unconscious during a WWE event in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he was beat with 15 chair shots without WWE trainers intervening. And Reigns is alleging that there's a code of silence in that WWE. He has suffered numerous concussions, injuries that went untreated. Reigns claimed that he was knocked out by the Big Show, and even the suits know that Reigns suffered. Oh, he also vomited afterward. He vomited. Here's my take, okay? I get it. I think Knowledge of Wrestling, you and I were talking about this before we were live on the air. These fuckers are broke.
Definitely.
These fuckers are broke, and it's one of those things where, it's like, again, another lawsuit. Another fucking lawsuit, really.
Yeah, it's like, you see this in the NFL too with the former NFL players filing lawsuits because of the concussions. And now you're seeing it here, and I'm like, these guys just want more money, to be honest. Either they're broke or they're just money hungry. I don't know. Because that's what it usually ends up being. I mean, yeah, they could write a formal, 45 pages lawsuit, but, at the end of the day, you know what you're getting into, It's pro wrestling, you get hurt. So, look at, I don't want to mention the guy's name, but you know who.
I know.
He went through a lot of concussions, and you know what you're getting into.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. You know what you're getting yourself into. Excuse me. However, Matt Hardy did a video a couple of weeks ago on his channel, the Matt Hardy brand channel, and one of those videos that he talked about all these guys that are suing WWE, that are suing TNA, for being hurt. Hello, fuckers. You know what the fuck you signed up for. Especially when you are on the number 1 and number 2 promotions in America. You know what the fuck you're signing up for. So I find it, in a way, hilarious that these people are complaining now, whining now. That's how you know they're fucking faking this shit. Let's be fucking realistic here. If it bothered them that badly, don't you think they would have sued then?
Yeah, well, apparently they decided, let's do it now. It's a little suspicious, so I don't know. Like, there's probably more to the story, but I feel like, yeah, it has to be a money thing.
It has to be a money thing.
That's how I look at it, and the NFL players have tried to do the same thing, and they decided, let's just do it. Let's just try to get some money from WWE,
Exactly. So I get off that WWE money, get some of that Vince McMahon money, pretty much, right?
So
that's pretty much what it is. Let's be realistic here.
He's already lost millions of dollars. Why would you want to, fuck it up?
Double Z, what's your point of view on this, brother? You seem quiet, dude. You gotta open up, bro.
Oh, again, it's been a long week. Remember?
I understand, but come on, dude.
But yeah, I gotta agree too. It's just about the money. If they really felt this stuff, they would have sued a long time ago. People, I think that's almost like a tendency. As soon as somebody starts speaking out about a company, everybody else starts coming out of the woodwork. Then they start suing because they're low on money and they want their quote unquote compensation. I mean, I see both sides of it. It's like the company should treat them when they're injured, but at the same time, this out of nowhere is kind of a bad thing for just the former wrestlers themselves. I mean, they should know what they're getting into to begin with.
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment threads, but your thoughts on this whole situation. We'll take live calls in just a little bit. Do not call in right now. I repeat, do not call in right now. Thank you.
Get a call a minute later.
Exactly. Imagine that, right? There's been talks as well about the Great Khali. Get this. Apparently, there's been word going out that the Great Khali might be making a WWE return. Apparently, this was going crazy on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking. It's crazy. Like, there's been talks of the Khali coming back to WWE. And I know. Listen, I know a lot of people aren't big on the Great Khali, myself included. And a lot of people were going apeshit. Oh, how can this be? We don't want the Great Khali in WWE. No! It turns out that he's not. WWE finally shut that news down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a crazy rumor because we don't know if he really said it. He probably did it. Maybe he's probably speaking Indian, right? Or whatever language.
I think so. He was.
India.
I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah. And the translator probably translated it wrong or something. I wouldn't want to see him back in the WWE, to be honest. So I'm glad WWE denied it.
Indeed. Exactly. Now it's time, I guess, for the big, SteinerMania, right? I guess it's time now for SteinerMania. So in case you guys have been living under a rock, I'm sure you all heard the news. These past couple of weeks, I think it's a Bill Cosby situation. I do agree with that as well. So, in case you guys have been living under a rock, turns out that apparently during WrestleMania weekend, Scott Steiner was banned from the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony by WWE, and reason because of this, and as you all know, Hogan and Steiner have beef. They've been having beef since their TNA days, right? When they were both in TNA. Okay, and what happened is, apparently, as you all know, Hulk Hogan was the one that inducted the Macho Man into the WWE Hall of Fame, and a lot of people were skeptic about it. Oh, it's not right. How dare they have Hogan be the one to induct Savage? I understand that. However, at the same time, okay, apparently Scott Steiner, what he did when he got to California, mind you, the same day that Hogan's new wife got to California as well, he approached his wife, Hogan's wife, and told her pretty much that, you know what, it's bullshit that Hogan's the one to induct the Macho Man. And what did his wife do? What did Hogan's wife do? She called Hogan, and Hogan got on the next flight to San Jose, and the rest is history pretty much. Here's my take, okay? I understand, again, if you're someone, in this case Scott Steiner, and you don't like Hogan, I understand that. And you're not in favor of Hogan inducting the Macho Man. Why the fuck would you go to Hogan's wife and tell her this shit?
I have no idea. Oh my god, yeah.
What the fuck? Like, dude, why would you go to listen, and apparently the reports claim, it was a terrorist threat, verbally. Apparently Steiner threatened to kill Hogan.
Oh god.
And it's like, are you fucking insane? Like, it's fucking mind-boggling at times. I get it, you don't like the idea of them having Hogan be the one to induct Savage, but why go to his wife and tell her this shit?
I don't know. I mean, he probably thought, it'd be, let me just tell his wife so his wife could tell him.
Can you imagine, like, you're at a fucking airport and, I don't know, imagine your parents having beef with somebody, right? And that said person that has a beef with your parents approach you from behind like, hey, yo, I think this is a piece of shit. I think this and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's just, I don't know what Scott Steiner was thinking. The guy's crazy. We all know that. But I understand his beliefs and all. A lot of people think Hogan shouldn't have inducted Savage. But, it's not really the best. The best option isn't to tell his wife,
I agree. Absolutely. It shouldn't be. But at the end of the day, what can you do, really, What the fuck can you do? But that's besides that. But drop us your comment down below, guys. Let me read some of the comments right now. It's in the Rope Show writes, it's bad when he makes the Giant Gonzalez looked like Bret Hart.
Oh, Great Khali.
Steiner, yeah, the Great Khali. Damn, burn. That's a burn of the day. Mr. White Keith 18 writes, Steiner's a dickhead as always. He's always been a salty ass. By the way, now is officially Saturday now. Happy belated Siblings Day. There you go.
Oh yeah, right. Oh.
Yeah. Aisha writes, the Great Khali did not do anything for WWE. I still can't get over that he won the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, you're not the only one.
Oh my god.
You're not the only one.
That was a sad day.
It wasn't a sad day. It's like, I get it. You know, you want to attract that Indian market from India. So what do? You have someone like the Great Khali win the title. Makes sense,
and plus, you know, they were really pushing him to the moon at the time. So it was you kind of could have seen that coming.
Proper timing.
Indeed. Exactly.
Yeah,
Proper timing and all that. Yeah, absolutely. Proper timing and all that. Yeah. But again, that's neither there. Steiner is a really crazy dude. Like, he's trying to have his history erased with the WWE. Like, these are the things that will keep him out of the Hall of Fame also. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, oh my, it's ITRS. Indeed it is. In the rope show, in the comment threads, people. In the rope show, it's in the comment thread. What's up, Matt? By the way, guys, in case you guys don't know, well, I make this announcement right now. Next week, our guest will be Matt from In the Rope Show. He'll be making his return next week on the TEAMHEEL podcast. So make sure again you tune in next week for episode 89 when In the Rope Show invades the TEAMHEEL podcast.
Ooh.
Indeed, yeah, indeed. And speaking of the Hall of Fame, there's been news now that apparently Paul Bearer's kids or his family have sold his Hall of Fame ring on eBay for $20,000.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, I heard though. It was kind of. I don't think it's not. I don't think it's true now. That's what I heard.
It's not true now.
But, like I read something about the seller canceling the item, so no one can buy it. Someone originally wanted to buy it, but apparently.
All right, but why would you put it up for sale if you're going to cancel?
No
like
idea.
Again,
eBay took it down apparently. Yeah, see, eBay took down the sale.
That's sad.
At first it was listed as sold, and then the girl that according, I'm trying to read the report here. Yeah, apparently a reporter said that she reached out to the guy selling the ring, and she was informed that the ring is actually not for sale anymore, and that the listing would be deleted.
That's sad. Can you imagine though what someone could do for $20,000? Like, seriously,
Yeah.
That's my school loan.
If they could, I don't have a problem with them selling it. To be honest, like.
That's fine, but it's like, yo, when I look at $20,000, you know what I can do with $20,000?
Hell yeah, man! If I had that ring, and I would sell it, man. I'm not gonna lie. But some people, you know, big Paul Bearer fans would buy it.
That's my school loan right there. Seriously, that's my fucking school loan.
$22,000. That's almost what my tuition.
Exactly. But damn. Anywho, that's that though. Thank God he didn't. Listen, I'm not gonna break down Raw because I'll be honest, I don't sit down and watch 3 hours of Raw. I just don't. I'm sorry, I just don't do that. I don't know what it is. Maybe the fact that I come back from work and it's like already 9 p.m. So
damn.
But what I did see when I came back from Raw, if anything, I saw Neville versus Rollins, which was a very, very intriguing match. I'll say that. I find it funny how a lot of people are saying that Neville got buried by
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's sad. That's crazy. People.
Okay, how would have it looked if Neville beat Seth Rollins? That would have made Seth Rollins look so weak. I'm sorry.
It's funny.
Paranoia of the IWC.
Yeah, they're paranoia. Like, he got buried.
He's buried. They're gonna be a job.
Buried. Get out of here.
Get their heads out of their rear ends and quit with that mentality already.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. It's one of those things where, again, he wasn't buried. It'd be different if, let's say, Rollins would have beaten Neville in like 1 minute or under a minute. then fine. I guess the term bury would be relevant. But in this situation, again, I thought overall it was a very, very intriguing match. Probably the best match on the show. Okay? Back and forth. The crowd was hot for this shit, you know? And it shows that, hey, Neville was going to be a big top player in the company one day.
Yeah, he didn't get buried because Seth Rollins needed help again to beat him. So, like, there's no burial, and it doesn't make sense for Neville to beat Rollins because now you're just gonna push it, and you would set a lot of high standards for Neville if you were to beat Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
20,000. That's a 20,000. That's a TNA contract for a year. It could be, but we never know.
$20,000.
I mean. Here's the thing about it. I'll be realistic here. No, let's be realistic right now. Let's be fucking realistic here. If you are a up and coming wrestler on the indies, and you get offered by TNA for 20,000, fuck, I'd take it.
Of course.
Real shit, I'd take it. Fuck. But again, that's just if I'm starting wrestling and all that. But that's around the point. Anywho, yeah, but again, people don't understand the term of burial. And it shows that, hey, Neville is going to be a top player in the game one day.
Yeah.
Raw kept me watching. It wasn't, and that's fine. I didn't think it was a bad show either. But for me, the thing is, it's hard for me to really sit there to watch something for 3 hours.
Oh, no, I think it's kind of similar to last week. Oh, no, last week was better, way better.
Yeah,
but
it's Raw after
I'm saying
Mania.
with this week, like, the first hour wasn't too bad. You know, actually, let me stop. The Authority promo, that went on. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's so predictable. We know that the Authority's gonna come out every time during the opening, and Seth Rollins was just, you know, repeating himself constantly. It was just, I thought it was a waste of time. But like, then the rest of the show kind of just, it was just there.
Exactly.
Like Cena's open challenge, like.
So you gotta tell me that Cena gonna have open challenges every week now.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Mind you, he's
as
facing.
The IWC would say, bury people every week.
So pretty much pretty much in a nutshell, what's gonna happen now? Mind you, regarding Rollins here, what I would have done, if anything, have Orton come out and cause a no contest. That's what I would have done if you really wanted to secure both guys here. But again, I'm not booking for WWE.
Well, they weren't going to do that because, you know, Orton, Reigns, and Ryback had their match in the main event that they had to concentrate on.
That is true. That is true as well. But, yeah, with this whole Cena thing with the U.S. title, I mean, he faced Stardust this week, and I thought overall it wasn't bad. It was there. Cena won with his inverted stunner, leaping.
He won by that?
I think he did. Yeah, he did. That's how he pinned.
No, he got the AA afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, did he really? I thought, my bad.
Yeah.
Again. I'm sorry, golly.
No, yeah, he did the stunner thing and then he hit the AA.
Hey, I mean, people who crap on Cena with his moves, hey, he's doing something different, you know?
He's trying.
He's trying.
Yeah, he's adding another move.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look crisp, but I think hopefully it'll improve, you know? Hopefully
I do believe that.
Stunner improves.
I just hope so. I hope it does improve. What else happened on Raw, guys? Tell me, what else happened? For those who watched it, let me know.
What else happened? Yeah, you got Roman Reigns in the Big Show for the millionth time.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, well, I found out that they had a main event triple threat, Ryback, obviously. Ryback.
Ryback, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton.
Yeah, but each one had a match before that, right?
Yeah,
So
each one had a match before that. So, like, Reigns faced Big Show, Ryback faced Luke Harper. And that sucked. I mean, Ryback and Luke Harper had a better match, I think, on SmackDown before. And that was just... It's crazy how Luke Harper destroys Dean Ambrose on SmackDown, and then he gets, like, beat up easily by Ryback.
Really?
And yeah, pretty much, right? And Luke Harper put Dean Ambrose to an announce table, which was an excuse of saying Dean Ambrose not being on Raw this week. Dolph Ziggler wasn't on Raw this week. Neither was Daniel Bryan.
That's
for
crazy.
The people saying that, oh, he's going to be a great champion, he wasn't even on Raw this week.
There you go.
The Intercontinental Champion was not on Raw, but the U.S. Champion was. Obviously, it's Cena, but you get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
It's crazy how Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose wasn't there. Rusev wasn't there either.
Exactly.
I mean,
I think
Rusev
because
has a match at Extreme Rules, and they're not even gonna build that up.
I think what it is because they're doing the European tour, so they're having people fly in advance, pretty much.
No, but the Bryan and Ziggler were on SmackDown the following day.
Oh, maybe I don't know then.
That's
I
what
don't.
I mean.
Questionable booking by WWE.
They just
Exactly.
I don't know what they're doing. That's why that Raw fell flat. That's why I thought Raw wasn't that good this week. Like you had guys missing, you know.
There you go. I mean, but that's that, right? It's funny. Speaking of Bryan, right? There was an interview that he did. I think during WrestleMania weekend, and in the interview he said that he would love to face Shinsuke Nakamura. For those of you who don't know who he is, but you guys should, because in my opinion, Shinsuke Nakamura is arguably the best pound for pound pro wrestlers on the planet today, or one of the best. From New Japan Pro Wrestling, he's the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. The guy is fucking amazing. Words can't describe how amazing this dude is. No fucking homo. But he is. He's fucking amazing. I'm sorry. He's fucking amazing. And in the interview, Bryan said, hey, you know what? They're going to be touring Japan in August, from what it looks like. And how about they have, a special promotional match? Daniel Bryan as the Intercontinental Champion versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, even Nakamura on Twitter posted at Daniel Bryan, anytime, anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they don't got anything for Daniel Bryan, but they don't got anything special for Daniel Bryan.
And think about it. He even said it. Hey, it can be featured on the network, and they can feature it also on the New Japan World, which is their version of the WWE network. It's a win-win situation. I know WWE will never do it, but fuck, imagine if they did. In a time where they want to get hella network subscribers from the hardcores.
It would definitely be helpful if they did that, but WWE doesn't work with anyone else but them. They're their own promotion. They don't co-promote.
They did at one time, but I know they won't do it.
Well, yeah.
They won't do it. Main event of Raw was Roman Reigns, Orton, and Ryback. And Orton won. He won. So there you go. At Extreme Rules, it's Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Yeah. Also, news coming in this week that SmackDown is moving to the USA Network. When are they moving again? So let me know. When are they moving into the USA Network?
It's sometime next year.
Yeah, next year, I think.
I hope they will do the brand split again. LOL, brand split.
Oh, no.
Here's my take with that, okay? If they come to the USA Network, will I still watch it? Not really. I barely watch SmackDown. Not that I choose not to watch it. It's just to me SmackDown is their show.
It's just all those matches you see on SmackDown, you're gonna see it on Raw.
Exactly. Or if the matches that you see on Raw, you're gonna see it on SmackDown.
And that too.
The show felt more meaningful before they did the whole Super Show thing where anybody can appear on both shows.
Yeah. Exactly. And they think about it too. And it's funny because during April Fools, right? I read this article that were coming out that NXT is gonna replace SmackDown.
Oh God.
Hey, it could be. You just never fucking know, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds like something you would read on kayfabenews.com.
Hey, and not like again, who knows, right? But it's just funny when you hear it. It's funny when you think about it, though.
Yeah.
It's funny when you just think about it. It could be. Rusev is done now, unless they put the European Championship back in the mix. Then people like Cesaro might actually have a little higher of a calling. Nakamura is awesome. Love that dude. So do I, Aisha. Just saying.
Yeah, but if they add another mid-card title, I don't think they'll do anything with it, to be honest. If anything, they would have to get rid of one mid-card title to get to the European title.
Plus, they never treated the European title like it actually meant anything when it was really around.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, look at that farce match in late 1997 between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That was horrible.
Oh, yeah. The Shove of Doom, right? Like the Shove of Doom, whatever.
Shove him down, running back and forth over, and then that's a G-rated match. Come on.
Hey, it was funny, though.
Yeah, but still, they kind of crapped on the title by doing that match. They
I
just
hear
kind
you.
of treated it like a joke. Even if they were in on it, that's not a good match to put for a European title match.
I hear what you're saying. I hear you. But again, what can you do? It's WWE for you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
even if that, like, so now that Randy Orton is facing Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules, what the fuck do you do with Cockfist? The Cockfist.
A lot of people are saying Bray Wyatt.
Oh no. I mean, it
I
could
mean,
work, but I mean, at this point, really,
what does Wyatt? I mean, Wyatt cut a promo, and I didn't understand. It felt like the same all over. The same promo he's been cutting for months now. But he could be mentioning Reigns or because I don't want Reigns facing the Big Show now. Come
neither
on,
do I.
Oh,
I don't think
nobody wants that.
nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
and there's nothing for the two guys now, so it makes sense. Reigns and Wyatt. I mean, it would be weird because both of them in the ring, they're not really the best in-ring wrestlers. So
This is
I
where the
agree.
booking of the whole Money in the Bank cash-in kind of screws everything up because now you got we're still going with the Seth Rollins Randy Orton match, but now you got to wonder what's going to happen with Roman Reigns after the main event of WrestleMania.
Indeed.
he could be mentioning Reigns or because I don't want Reigns facing the Big
So just playing the audio back, see how it sounds. Pretty much. That's all. Again, we're still new with this system of XSplit, guys. We're still new with it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Now let's get on to what everyone's been talking about this week as well. Everyone's thoughts on the Chris Jericho podcast after Raw, when Raw went off the air. Now, mind you guys, I did watch it. And I just found it hilarious. And I say that, here's why I say that. And I'm going to explain why, okay? Mind you, they call it a podcast. Now, if I can put this picture up, if I can just find this picture right now, it is what I just find hilarious about the whole shit, right? They have it after all. And a lot of people were complaining on social media because, again, people were accustomed to the Stone Cold podcast. Like the Stone Cold live podcast after Raw, you know what I mean? Like people were big
Yeah.
on the whole, Vince McMahon episode, the Triple H one, which is fine, I understand. But people were very, very objective, if you will, when it came to, to Jericho being the one to host the podcast. Now, here's what I found hilarious about the whole shit, right? And I'm going to put this picture up for you guys to see here on the chat. Here's the picture, right? This is the podcast. You can see here in the picture here. Now, here's what I find hilarious. They have the mic set up, the little empty cups that you can see in the picture, but you see Cena rocking a mic on his fucking collar. What's the objective of these mics that they have set up with the desk and all that? The shit's not even fucking installed.
I think it's just for scenery purposes.
How stereotypical of WWE trying to insult podcasts and shit. I'm just saying,
Yeah, look at the picture right now. Yeah, you can clearly see the mic clip on Cena's thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are those mics there for? They don't even look like they're plugged in.
They're not plugged in. They're not
They're
plugged
not
in.
plugged in.
What are they?
Decoration.
What are they, the Lex Man now? What are they, the fucking the Lex Man now all of a sudden? Get the fuck out of here.
What? Having a fake mic?
Yeah, exactly. Having a fake mic, people. Fuck yeah. But that's around the point, folks. Anywho, people were very upset. They didn't like it because, you know what? It's not the same shit. Overall, I'll say this about it. I thought overall, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it for what it was. I found it entertaining. Okay? People have this huge misconception about what a podcast should be, and I noticed that. They feel that podcast should be, oh my god, whoever's hosting it should ask the tough questions. They should bury their guests or, this and whatnot. I understand that, but that's not the point. And the people who are complaining are the same people who I guarantee you never done a podcast ever once in their lives. You know what I mean?
It doesn't. I don't. Whatever it is, podcast, whatever you want to call it. Well, the thing with Jericho and Cena, it was basically a podcast. They talked for a brief, not brief, for almost an hour, which is usually what the podcasts run around, and it was kind of entertaining. Obviously compared to Stone Cold ones, those were kind of better. But Cena telling his stories was not
Yeah,
bad.
it wasn't bad. Like Cena, when I think about, I get it. I know a lot of you don't like John Cena. A lot of you don't like the guy. A lot of you wish he just dropped dead from the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? He even said it
Yeah,
like, he even said that, you know what? He would have no problem turning heel. He even said it.
he said it.
However, the problem is, you got to think about it. John Cena, whether all of you like it or not, is the guy in the company. He's the top guy
Yep.
right now. Right now. And what he does besides that is no joking matter. You know what I'm saying? When you're the face of the company, you gotta do a lot of media work, a lot of PRs, and it's no joking matter, people. It's no joking matter. So if he's gonna turn heel, there has to be somebody to step up to do what he does. With the Make a Wish,
Yeah.
with all these charity things and all of that.
And I'm sorry, Daniel Bryan is not that guy.
I'm sorry, and I agree. He's not the guy.
Neither was Punk. I think he was really close, but he was never going to be the top guy.
Exactly. Most likely that, whether you all like it or not, it's gonna be Roman Reigns.
It's possibly got to be
No,
Roman
no, no.
Reigns.
It's going to be Roman Reigns. It's going to be
Yeah,
Roman Reigns. It's going to be him. I'm sorry.
if it was really him, he would have won the title, though, at Mania.
No, and I said this last week, and I'll say it again. The reason why Roman Reigns didn't walk out as champion because WWE didn't have the balls to go with the move
Yeah,
that they had
They
planned.
were scared.
Yeah. Again, they wanted to have their fucking smart mark fans go home happy. In this case, go back to their hotel rooms happy.
Man, that's some bullshit. If there was no dirt sheets, no IWC, Reigns would have been champion.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, absolutely.
And the crowd would have been
No,
booing him like that.
No. Let's be realistic. If Roman Reigns could throw some kicks and take bumps and have 40-minute matches and wear kick pads, holy fuck, Reigns would be the fucking hero, pretty much.
Yeah. They'd love it. If he was in the Indies, he'd be the best wrestler ever.
Exactly. Again, that's around the point though. But overall, though, I enjoyed this podcast for what it was. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think, it was the worst. I mean, I've heard worse podcasts. Like, you got to understand, not every podcast is this whole thing of a guy asking these tough questions after tough question after tough question and following up. Some podcasts out there, believe it or not, are just sitting back and kicking the shit, just shooting the shit pretty much. And again, if you're a perfect example of those type of podcasts, Joe Rogan Experience is a perfect example of that. The perfect example of that, which I listen to on occasions. We have a caller right now. Caller 504 is calling right now. Let's get him on the air. Caller 504, you're on the air. What's your name and where you're from, brother or sister? Hello, caller 504, you're on the air. Hello? 504? Okay, well, I guess he hung up, which is fine. It happens, guys. It happens, Honestly, if Punk was buffer, he would have been perfect, LOL. Reigns defines what WWE poster boy is with his look. He can sell.
Yeah. He has the look. I mean, I heard a report that his family wanted him to quit WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy's calling back again. Let's pick up the call here. Caller 504, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from, man?
Hey, I'm Matt. I'm from New Orleans.
Hey, Matt, what's up? In the Rope Show.
Nothing much. What's up with you?
Just chilling here, man. What do you think of the new program, dude? What do you think about it, bro?
Oh, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. I mean, it's really... Hold on 1 second. Let me take a swig of this.
What you sipping on now, bro? What you sipping on now?
Oh, I am sipping on Beefeater Gin with Satsuma and lime juice.
Oh,
Fucking delicious.
Oh, I can imagine. sipping on gin and juice, lay back.
Oh yeah, man. That's how we do. That's how we do. Actually, I wanted to talk about Roman Reigns for a minute.
Shoot away, brother. The floor is yours.
All right. So, I was really thinking about it, and it seems like a lot of people are divided on Roman Reigns, with the majority seemingly hating the man. And here's my take on it. It's not necessarily that I hate Roman Reigns, and I don't think that he deserves a fair shot. I do. I think any superstar in the WWE deserves a shot. I just don't think it was his time to win the title at WrestleMania 31.
Well, let me
I mean,
ask
honestly,
well,
go ahead.
Okay, go on, brother. Go on. My bad. That's my gimmick. I
Okay.
cut people off. I don't know why.
Because honestly, this is a man who came into the scene with the Shield. He was carried by the Shield. And when he was broken apart, the WWE did everything in their power to make him seem like the biggest deal in the world, when in fact, he was a little mediocre, when in fact, he was pretty green, when in fact, he wasn't necessarily ready to be the bearer or the flagship superstar of the company. And honestly, in my opinion, with all that aside, he wasn't ready to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then you look at someone like Seth Rollins. This man was actually gaining heel heat, was actually working on his character, could actually go in the ring. And sure, him on the mic is not the greatest thing in the world, but I mean, compared to Roman Reigns, it's definitely not that bad.
I hear you.
So when you see someone like Seth Rollins put in the work, put in the time, try to improve himself, and then being rewarded at WrestleMania 31, it makes more sense to me.
Which is fine, I'm not taking that away from him, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, again, the reason why they did all that, the Vital Minute, according to some reports, is because, again, they didn't want fuckers to leave fucking Levi Stadium all upset and shit. Can you imagine what would have happened if Roman would have won the championship in Mania? They would have been trash thrown in the ring. Trash. Just thrown in the ring. I'm talking 1996 Hulk Hogan heat. You know what I mean?
So do you think it was the right call to have him lose?
I mean, unfortunately, if it was up to me, again, I am a guy who's always against the grain to an extent. I feel like, again, if WWE had their vision of, hey, making Roman Reigns the guy, they should have just gone with it and said, fuck you, IWC. We're not going to fall into your trap again like we did last year with Bryan. We're going to go with our plan, and if you don't like it, then that's too bad. That's what I would have done, of course. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't completely ready. Though.
Yeah, I agree. He wasn't ready. I agree with that. But then again, how many other guys have been there that weren't ready either that they gave a shot to as well?
Yeah, but in my opinion, man, it's just Roman Reigns doesn't even feel like a star. Anytime he's doing any segment in the ring where he's speaking, he just looks so uncomfortable. He looks so lost. He looks and sounds like the basket case girl from the Breakfast Club, man. Like, it's painful watching him. He just looks so uncomfortable, and you know it's because Vince McMahon is force-feeding him this bullshit that he has to do, and he can't actually be himself in the ring, and it shows.
If anything, yeah, I agree with what you're saying, too. If you think about it, too, though, there's been moments where he can just tell he was off the cuff, and he came out good. I think if anything, what you got to do with him, don't make him sound so Cena-ish. Let him speak off the cuff.
And this is the point. I have not given up. I have not given up on Roman Reigns because if we can all remember, Rocky Maivia was shit.
Exactly.
And everyone thought, oh my God, he's terrible. He's not going to go anywhere. And then in a span of 5 months, 6 months, he became The Rock.
Yeah.
So anything could happen. The same thing could happen to Roman Reigns. In 6 months from now, bam, he could turn heel and become fantastic. It could happen. He just has to do it. And the WWE has to allow that to happen.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I'm reading some of the comments here. And I apologize if I botched the name. Patty M8. He needs to lose the Shield gimmick because to a regular viewer, it would seem as though he's not better than he was in the Shield. I mean, it could. I guess he can improve his gear a little bit, but again, I hear what you're saying. But I do feel at the end of the day, he's going to be the guy. At the end of the day, that's going to be the top guy in the company, whether people like it or not. That's just the way.
He'll probably lose the Shield gimmick by then.
Yeah, he'll probably lose. Yeah, just I'm not saying give him tights. You know what I'm saying? Like he would when he was Leaki. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the way I look at it, when it's all said and done, he's gonna be the guy in that company.
Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't even say that he will be the guy in the company, because think of it like this: with John Cena being booed, the WWE has that excuse of, oh, it's John Cena, one of the most controversial characters. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. With Roman Reigns, you can't use the same excuse. If people don't like him, you got to turn him heel. And if you don't turn him heel, then it is going to reflect so poorly on your company. So they're kind of in a lose-lose situation with his character. If he doesn't get over, you have to turn him heel.
I think if anything, what they should do, if anything, now I did read reports of what they're planning for SummerSlam is have Bryan Cena 2 unify the Intercontinental title, U.S. title. Which, in some ways, I'd just be like, at some points. But then again, who knows, right? You gotta have Reigns beat Cena in a match.
I think Reigns and Cena.
And no, I'm not saying make him heel, but make him a tweener, where people will cheer him and shit, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's an ass kicker, pretty much, some shit like that.
I think it's that.
What was that, Zach?
I'm saying I could easily get behind that idea.
It could be. Then again, one thing is us saying things, what we believe. Another thing what these writers in WWE can come up with. Hopefully Jimmy Jacobs makes his way up there in Connecticut and can give better writing. I'm just saying, of course.
Honestly, I would have really liked to see a double turn at WrestleMania 31 with Roman Reigns turning heel, because I really feel like that's the only way to save his character. He needs to become that guy who doesn't speak in the ring. That guy who literally, like you said, does not give a shit about the fans. And that guy who will just do what he has to do in order to win the belt. I really feel like a heel turn would complement his character so much better than Jack and the Beanstalk, and suckering Succotash, then his stupid forced, oh, I'm going to laugh in the ring, ha, 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 and I don't care what you're doing. It just doesn't look good, and it doesn't come across well, and the fans aren't responding well to it. So the WWE has to try something different.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I really do. He needs to have more Stone Cold Lesnar personality and mix of two. But I do feel what you're saying, though. I do feel what you're saying. What were your thoughts overall, bro, on the podcast with Jericho and Cena?
It was safe. I thought it was a little too safe, and it was kind of upsetting because Chris Jericho said on Twitter, responding to a fan's comment about it being safe, saying, oh, I'm Chris Jericho, I play on my own terms. No, not really. No, he didn't at all. I thought Stone Cold's was so much better. I felt like he has very corporate, safe, biased questions that obviously Cena had all the answers to. It was a little upsetting, but at the same time, I mean, hearing John Cena talking about the business is entertaining all in itself, and I didn't really have too much of a problem with it, other than the fact that it was just a little too safe for my liking.
Understandable, dude. Very, very understandable, man. But dude, we can't wait to have you on next week. This is just a preview, people. A preview of what you're having next week.
And this is like sober Matt from In the Rope Show. I'm not even like drunk yet. I've only had like half of my drink. Next week, I'm just going to be fucking bomb out, wasted. I'm going to be Ric Flair wasted on this show.
Woo!
Like, I'm going to be elbow dropping shit, talking about my dick at Space Mountain. It's going to be fantastic.
It's funny, right? It's funny. I was watching a show before the show went on the air from our good friends, the Can-Am Wrestling Show, Andre Corbell, Big Ray. And they had a guest on, which by the way, their latest episode's up on their channel, OneWrestling.com, One Wrestling Video. And they had Hernandez as their guest. Hernandez said pretty much that, when he met Ric Flair at a bar, whatever, Flair in bars, there's history there, right?
Oh my
Ric Flair at the bar, and Hernandez wanted to offer Flair a drink, and Flair told him, as drunk as fuck, offering Ric Flair a drink you have to offer the whole bar a drink. Hey, mind you, it was a Friday night. Listen, I learned that today, yo. If you're gonna offer Ric Flair a drink, you have to offer the whole bar a drink.
Oh, I wanted to tell you something, man. I am going to me and Zach and I are going to WrestleMania 32. By the way,
You too, huh? I think the whole IWC's doing. Everybody's the whole YWC's doing it. Us included, dude.
that's what I'm saying, man.
Bro.
We all gonna get together and
No,
shoot a fucking video.
No, dude. We got
Texas.
no. You know what we gotta do, bro? A fucking hot
What?
box in Texas. A hot box.
Wait, did you say hot box?
Yeah,
You want to just smoke a fatty in a car? We'll do that.
Nah, just smoke this shit and do a fucking high show, the high edition. Just blaze.
Yes, man.
No, go to
Dude, that's like the next step from the drunk show, the high show. I love it.
No, go to Mania. Just fucking baked out of my fucking mind, dude. That's the fucking move, dude. I'm coming up.
Okay. All right. So I just thought of something. I have 2 ideas on how to fix Roman Reigns' character. 2 ideas.
Shoot away.
All right. The first one is you turn him into a rapist.
Oh,
right?
damn.
A rapist gimmick. To where, like, he starts, like, stalking the divas. You know, like, he has those womanizing charms. And instead of, like, having sex with them, he, like, fists them and says, believe that. All right, that's the first idea. So a rapist. Now, if the rapist idea doesn't work, then the divas, he could be, like, a pregnancy detector. Like a Roman Reigns pregnancy detector, and it's like 99% accurate. And when he gives them the news, he could be like, "You're pregnant, believe that." Like a bad news Barrett.
And then have someone come out. I'm Chris Hansen with Daylight NBC. We're covering a story. We're covering a story.
just have a seat. Have a seat, Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
All right, guys. It was fucking awesome. I can't wait till next week. I'm gonna
Indeed,
be fucking
brother.
Hammer ass.
Exactly.
We're gonna
Just
have
to
so much
preview.
fun.
Just to preview, guys.
Hopefully, Scott Steiner goes even further, and we get some even more crazier Scott Steiner news. Because we all know that Scott Steiner and wrestling news is always gold.
SteinerMania, bro. Steiner fucking mania.
All right, guys.
Brother.
Never say never. Love you. Keep up the good work. I'm going to keep listening and keep drinking, all right?
All right, brother. Take it easy, brother. Peace out. That was Matt from In the Rope Show. Well, guys, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to take a quick commercial break. That's right, a commercial break. Don't call in right now. When we come back, we're going to talk about Impact Wrestling this week. I know none of you watch it, but I did. I'm going to give my thoughts on the show. And after that, we'll go take more live calls and just simply answer some questions from you guys. So drop your questions down below in the comment threads, and we'll be back with more of the Team Heel podcast. Enjoy these next commercial that you're about to watch.
Davy Crockett, the man who don't know fear.
He went off to Congress and served a spell, fixing up the government laws as well. He took over Washington, so I hear tell, and patched up a crack in the Liberty Bell.
Davy Crockett, seeing his duty clear.
Multimedia Mania is running wild, brother, on the hottest new multimedia YouTube channel, Durga Burgers. The Durga Burgers offers the best forms of entertainment, including gameplays of WWE 2K15, NBA 2K15, Sonic, and the also entertaining Saboteur. It takes place during World War II, if you didn't know. We also have something for all your old gamers out there. We have Flashback Friday, where we go and play old school games. We also have podcasts on professional wrestling, television shows, and we didn't forget about you nerds out there. There is a comic book podcast called Different Panels. Durga Burgers is the destination for all forms of multimedia entertainment. Go to youtube.com/Durga Burgers and subscribe today.
And of course, guys, make sure you guys buy your shirt now at the Heel Steven store on heelsteven.spreadshirt.com. I have designs right now as Around the Point. I always say Around the Point because, again, that's Around the Point. So rock an Around the Point. Sure, if not, you want the Heel Steven show? Do you like the Heel Steven show? Of course you do. That's why you fucking watch it. Go buy the Heel Steven Show shirt. It's in numerous different colors, as well as the Around the Point shirt, or if not, one of my personal favorites, the Anti-Smart shirt. That's right, wear these shirts at wrestling show, whether it be a WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, or your local independent promotion show that you go to, or just rock it on an everyday basis, whether you're going to school, you're going to work. Spread the love, show the love, and buy a shirt now at the Heel Steven store on heelsteven.spreadshirt.com. The TEAMHEEL podcast will be back in just a brief.
Listen, I never really worked with Hulk Hogan that much. I don't know him that well. I know you guys did in WCW. What can you tell me about the Hulk?
You mean personally?
Yeah, personally.
Well, Mick, I didn't date him. I don't know anything about him personally, but as far as business goes, we're in the NWO, man. We're a band of thieves. And there was honor among thieves. Let me ask you something. Who's a smart? Not that I know, that you know.
The Ron Simmons, what gimmick? Who?
What? I tell you what, times that by 10.
Okay.
Hogan is a master manipulator. I tell you what, these young punks have no idea the storm on the horizon for honor.
All right, thank you. One more thing.
You are now listening to the Team Heel podcast.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looked like. Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. He looks like a bitch.
It's still real to me, damn it!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The TEAMHEEL podcast is now back. We hope you guys enjoy those commercials. Go check out my good friend Travis's Cough Fed, COH, Call of Honor. I'm a part of that Fed as well. They are having their upcoming CPV, their computer pay-per-view, their version of pay-per-view coming up sometime hopefully this week. Ultimate Glory 4, something you guys want to check out. All right. It's very good. It's going to be a very good show. My boy Travis really works hard on putting these shows together via, call, create a wrestler. The main event is either going to be the Patriot defending the COH world title against Zane LaFontaine, the Flying Dolphin, or if not, the Funarchy Hell in a Cell between M. Accuracy versus the Alex Enterprise in a career-ending match. Make sure you guys go check that out. Also, go check out Durga Burgers on their YouTube channel. Check out the Difference Panels podcast and different other content they have on that channel. Gentlemen, we're back. And also, guys, buy a shirt at the Heel Steven store, like I said again. But anywho, gentlemen, now we're back.
We are back.
You gotta enjoy those commercials, don't you? You have to enjoy them. Let's be realistic here.
It's good, good advertising. You're helping other people out with their projects, and make sure to check those sites out.
In the Rope Show writes, we are 700. And if we reach 700 subs, then ITRS crew will be doing our 6th drunk show. If you haven't, you should subscribe. Which I agree, you guys should subscribe to In the Rope Show, or else.
I mean, who wouldn't want to watch a drunk show?
Who wouldn't exactly? Or a high show at WrestleMania. Imagine that. A high show. How about a shirt that says "Eat, Sleep, Be a Heel, Repeat"? It could be. It very well could be.
Be a heel, repeat.
It could be. It very well could be. Never say never, my brother. But again, just check out those things, guys. Check them out. They're very cool thing to check out. Anyway, Impact Wrestling this week. I thought overall, a very, very good show by TNA. One thing about TNA that I'll say, I know a lot of people like to shit on it, but in their favor, they have a better in-ring work than WWE. Like, to me, I'll be very honest. To me, it's very easy to sit through a 2-hour episode of Impact than a 3-hour of Raw. That's just me, again, my opinion, okay? Again, it comes to show you that there's different options. There's different options to watch. If WWE's not doing you right, then hey, you have TNA, you have Ring of Honor, you know? I'm just saying.
You have lots of options. There's a lot of, wrestling. There are a lot of wrestling companies out there. It might not be on, national TV, but you have the internet, so.
Hold up. Is Not Legit Wrestling really 19? He looks 16. Cousin?
Oh, yeah. I am really 19. It's just, I have a baby face.
So do I. We're heels, but we got baby faces.
Yeah, I have a baby face. The people say I look really young. I guess that's a good thing in a way, though. Because if I'm like,
it has a compliment.
If I'm like 25, I'll be like 21.
Exactly. I mean, right now I'm 20. I'm about to be 25. Fuckers telling me, "Oh, you look you're 21 or you're 19." I'm like, "Thank you." People at my job who think I'm still in high school. In reality, I'm in culinary school.
Yeah. Some people think I'm in high school too. It's funny.
Like, yeah. Anywho, Impact this week kicked off with Kurt Angle in the ring. Talks about how there's controversy last week with him winning the championship again, retaining his championship, and pretty much out comes Eric Young and Lashley. They're all facing each other, and by accident, Lashley had to go spear Eric Young because Eric Young claims to be the number one contender, right? He's the next guy in line, all you want. And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. There's people out there that think that Eric Young right now is a top heel, and they try to sell me into it. And reality is, and we got to call her again.
I want to hear the Impact review.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do want to hear the Impact review. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
They called again, but oh well, they'll call back, I hope. But anywho. But back to this Impact review though. So Lashley goes to spear Angle by accident. But that's what I was saying with Eric Young though. I don't hate the guy. I think Eric Young's a good wrestler, don't get me wrong. To me though, I just don't buy him as a heel. I just don't. It's not a bad thing. It's not like, oh my god, this guy's a piece of shit. No. Eric Young overall is a good wrestler. But to me, the big payoff is him as a face, not a heel. That's all. If you ask me. You know?
Totally. Because, he's been mostly a face for most of his career. And, he was kind of a joke. Well, yeah, he was a joke. Let's be serious. But then they try to make him, into a star. I mean, I'll give him props. He's trying to do his best. But,
absolutely. I agree with that 100%. But anywho, yeah, so the main event tonight was a triple threat match for the TNA World title. Kurt Angle, Eric Young, and Lashley. The show kicked off with the opening match was a number one contenders match. Gail Kim and Awesome Kong, the winner getting a shot at TRN for the Knockouts Championship. This match overall, it was a cool match overall, but it's just, I get what they're trying to do here. They're trying to rekindle their old feud from back in 2007 and 8, 06. But you think about it, that was the feud that pretty much as well put them on the map when it comes to their women wrestling. And the thing about it though is, it's like you've seen it already, so the feeling, the sensation of it isn't there anymore. That's the thing with it.
They're trying to relive that.
Exactly. And again, nothing's wrong with that. Having a few matches then and there. But the thing is, though, when you've seen it already, it's like this, right? It's like it's like a married couple, right? They're about to have sex. And when the first time the girl sees the dick, it's like fucking amazing. Oh my God, whatever, right? Or the guy seeing the pussy for the first time and shit. And, the guy's like, oh, this pussy's fucking amazing. But as time goes on and time goes on and time goes on, and you see the same pussy every time, the whole ta-da is gone. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sorry, Zach, I had to use that analogy, but you kind of get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But this match overall, it wasn't a bad match. I'm not going to say that, it was bad, because it wasn't a bad match. Awesome Kong got the win here, and now it's going to be Awesome Kong and Taryn Terrell for the Knockouts Championship. You have James Storm and Mickey James backstage, and, they're talking about, what happened, how pretty much, James Storm is not in favor of a man putting his hands on a woman. Good man, I'll say. Good man, I'll say. You know what I mean? How every man should be. No man should put his hands on a woman. Just saying, okay?
I think Mickey James might join that group, the Revolution.
The Revolution? It could be. But after this, they hug it out, whatever. And, Manic comes in, like, hey, what's up with you and Mickey Bay? And then James gets mad, like, don't you ever question me. And get everybody to the ring. There's going to be a fight tonight. So he pretty much sets up a match between Abyss, Koya, and Manic. And the winner becomes his partner for the tag team title tournament or whatever they're going to have. I think it's a tag team X Division match they're going to have, I think, next week. Something like that. And the match overall, it was a short match. Nothing really serious, but Koya won after getting slapped by,
James Storm?
Yeah, like James Storm for motivation.
Yeah, I was seeing him do that.
People were cheering for T.J. Perkins, though, or Manic,
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's good in the ring, and, he's pretty much underutilized, so.
After this, you had Drew Galloway in the ring, and The Rising. Yeah, he has a stable now called The Rising, right? Hashtag stand up, right? It's him, it's a guy named Mika and Eli. Yeah, and the thing about it, okay? Nothing wrong. I dig the group, but this Eli guy, he cut a promo in the ring, taking a subliminal jab at WWE. This is my thing overall, okay? When you take a promo and you're taking a subliminal jab at a different promotion, in this case, WWE, because let's be honest, we hear this all the time. We've seen this before, It makes you look very, very tacky. Especially if you've never been there before. It's like, oh, I always wanted to be a wrestler, not a sports entertainer or a superstar. I'm like, really, dude?
Yeah, right.
Hey, listen.
That's why WWE offers him a contract.
Exactly. Now, I mean, here's the thing about it, though. Overall, I like Drew Galloway. I really do. I think he's a good performer. I think he's killing it on the indies.
Yeah.
But I just feel like he's a bitter guy.
No, I think the gimmick is just.
Yeah, he's a bitter guy. It's the gimmick.
It's a bitter guy who, I got released. I didn't get treated right in this company. So, I guess he makes a point because, he was, he's pretty much a joke. It makes sense for him to be bitter.
Exactly.
But I don't know about the other guys. I don't know much about them, so.
Indeed, yeah. But that was that, though. Like, to me, it just felt like, the guy was just like, you know what I mean? So the out comes BDC, out comes MVP, Low Key, and Kenny King. And they come out, they do this face-off by the stage area, and they go on and they brawl. They go to commercial break. They come back, and they have an impromptu six-man tag.
Wow.
It's the Rising versus BDC. Ends up in the no contest. It was an okay match for what it was. And at the end of it, a guy comes out in a mask with a BDC shirt, ends up being Homicide. But then again, Homicide was a member of the group before, so it was like no surprise. I'll say this though, overall, thank God it wasn't Chris Hero.
Ooh.
And I'm not saying that
like Chris Hero.
Yeah, the guy that ate Chris Hero. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I just feel like, again, with Chris Hero, and I said this before, and I'll say it again, Chris Hero's a guy that doesn't like taking directions or taking orders, But that, again, nothing again. I think he's a good wrestler, all you want, but that's just that, of course. Kurt Angle is cutting a promo backstage about, about Young, and, he's cutting a promo backstage. And Eric Young attacks him, and he's hitting him, and he's hitting him. Oh, it's mine, it's mine. The title, pretty much. And he sounds like fucking Bobby Hill. He sounds like Bobby Hill. I'm sorry. That's what he sounded like when he was screaming his shit. Again, I'm not taking a jab at him, but it's reality, you know?
Yeah, the way Eric Young sounds like he's a heavy smoker.
Yeah, he's a heavy smoker. Yeah, he's a heavy smoker. And pretty much after this, you had DJ Z versus Davey Richards. It was a very short match. Davey won, you know, short X Division match, so they say. Then you had the Hardys come out, and it's him and Matt, Jeff and Matt. They're in the ring, and they're talking about, you know, being tag team champion. They want to be it. They're going to enter this tournament. Then out of nowhere, out comes EC3 and Tyrus, and EC3 says that he's going to be in the tournament as well, and his partner is Bram. Bram comes out, and after that, I think it was, and let me just see here. Austin Rockstar Spud comes out with Anderson. Anderson comes out, introduces Spud. After that, Austin Aries comes out with the briefcase, says that, you know what, he's going to be in the tournament as well. His tag team partner is Bobby Roode. So there you go, Bobby Roode no longer being in the world title picture, I guess, which is kind of sad, but, you know.
Well, that's stupid.
I know, but then again, it is what it is, you know. And that was that, you know. And that was that. In the main event, obviously, it was a three-way match. Kurt Angle, Eric Young, and Bobby Lashley. It was an okay. It was a good match. I enjoyed it for what it was. But at the end, yeah, Angle got the win here. Angle won, and he won with a moonsault. I'll say that, which was amazing. He won with a fucking moonsault. Okay? Which, what was the last time you saw someone win with the fucking moonsault? Let's be fucking real here. After this, Eric Young attacks Lashley. And hits him with the figure four, hits him with the steel chair on his leg. Apparently, Lashley, I think he like tweaked his leg in the match. I think something like that. And that's how Impact went off the air. Again, a very good, solid, enjoyable show.
They're really trying to push EY.
Yeah.
Damn. I wouldn't be surprised if he's world champion again, to be honest.
Yeah, indeed. Hold up.
What happened?
Is it? Well, by the way, is it me or is Magnus still missing or something? No, Magnus was on last week. This wasn't on tonight.
Magnus?
Agreed. Wow, he's only 28. Only 28, so he has time. And then TNA had taken his character to the next level. They need to take more chances, which I agree. I really agree.
Yeah, Magnus just needs a better.
I think who they really should push again is Bram. Bram is the guy who should really start pushing.
I think they're gonna try to, but they felt like they should put the babyface over first.
Yeah, they should. I think Bram though should be a contender for the world title not now, but like in a year from now.
Probably a year. Yeah.
You know.
They're focusing on EY. It looks like.
Yeah,
and then EC3 probably for Angle.
I guess, but anyhow, that's around the point. Let's go Yankees. They are tied 4-4 versus the Red Sox. It is the bottom of the 16th inning.
That game's been on since 8 o'clock.
Hold up, are they playing in Fenway? Are they playing in
I don't know, but why the hell is that game still on? Let me check if it's on TV. That's crazy, dude.
We have another caller again.
Oh my god, I can't believe that game is still going.
Yes, you're on the air, brother. 504. Hello there.
Hey guys.
Hey, hello again, Matt.
It's Matt again from In the Rope Show. Drank a little bit more. I just had a thought, all right?
Shoot away, brother.
This is what I'm thinking. Maybe for the next episode of the Team Heel podcast, I don't know if we're going to have everybody here, but let's just say, in theory, everyone that I'm talking to right now will be on the show next week. What if, for the first time ever, for the 89th episode of Team Heel podcast, we have the first ever Team Heel drunk podcast? Hear me out. We make some rules beforehand where anytime you say a certain word, you have to take a drink. Now, it can be anything. Could be beer, could be liquor. If you don't drink, you could smoke a bowl. Doesn't matter. Just throwing that out there, see if it sticks on the wall. What do you think?
It could work. It could work, you know. I'm down with it. I'm with it. to buy
possibility.
I have to buy some aguardiente then. Okay, I'll buy some aguardiente then.
I'm just thinking we could make history here. We
Yeah,
could all just be a little tipsy.
I'll
The
s-
first
hey.
ever. I don't know if it's the first ever drunk podcast, but it's just an idea.
Why not, dude? I'm with it. What about you guys, Walter? I know you're still considered a minor by according to liquor stores, but
According to liquor stores, I'm considered a minor, but I don't. I think I could drink in any other country, so I just, I
Well,
don't. I
hey,
don't
if
follow
your
that rule.
parents have alcohol, just
sneak
just
it
take
out,
a
bro.
little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably
And then
do it.
you know what you do? You just pour a little bit out, and you pour a little water in.
Some ginger ale. There you go. Hey,
So
it could work.
I do have a wrestling question. I thought about something else.
Shoot away, brother.
Now, I don't, not every wrestling fan gets the opportunity to meet a wrestler in their lifetime. Some people will just watch it on television, will never go to events. But I've had the honor, recently actually, in New Orleans, Louisiana, there is an indie wrestling promotion. I don't know if you've heard of it, called Wildcat Wrestling.
I think I have.
Yeah. I've been to 2 of their shows so far. It's really entertaining. It's pretty cool. Who do they have? They had fucking Booker T was there and his wrestling school, and Booker T's wrestling school is like feuding with them. They had Booker T, and then the last time I went, they had Stevie Richards.
Dr. Stevie.
So it was, dude, fucking Dr. Stevie, man, BWO. So what happened was, me and Zach were there, and we're like, we're getting backstage. We're going to see Stevie Richards. So, after the show's over, me and Zach, start walking towards the curtain. And one of the security guys is like, who are y'all? And we're like, oh, we're here to get the interview for Stevie, for Wildcat. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, go backstage. So, go backstage, and they're cutting a few promos back there and filming it. And then Stevie, when he's done his promo, we go up to him. We're like, yeah, we're here to get the promo with you, a promo or an interview. And he's like, oh, that's cool, man. What do y'all? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we have a review show called In the Rope Show. So we fucking interviewed Stevie Richards after the fucking event, and it's on our YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But, dude, and it's just, my whole point is, go to these indie events and just talk to the fucking wrestlers. They're just like you. They're just fucking regular people. And Stevie Richards was, the coolest guy ever. He's he wasn't wearing a shirt. He's like, do you want me to wear a shirt or not wear a shirt for the video? And we're like, it doesn't matter. And dude, I don't know, dude. And we met Hardcore Holly. And we fucking interviewed.
How do you like me now?
Dude, and Zach, like a dumbass, I don't know why he did this, but he said the most awful joke to Hardcore Holly. He's like, yeah, he's like, what did he say? Fucking, who's hard? Oh, he's like, does Crash still come to your matches?
Oh,
and
fuck.
I was like, oh my God, why? And Hardcore Holly was like, this is all in the interview. You can watch it. Hardcore was like, he died, right? And Zach was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then Hardcore Holly was like, yeah, you're a fat ass. He started making fun of Zach, and it was awesome. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I guess the whole point of this tirade is go to your local indie events, support them. And sometimes you can just go up to these wrestlers, and sometimes they're wrestlers that you watched in your fucking childhood, and you can go talk to them. So go do it, man.
Exactly. Now, unless you're Demolition now, and they're old as fuck and they're still going at it, it's like, stop. You know what I mean? That's around the point. I do feel what you're saying, though. I really do.
Jim Duggan.
I heard he wrestles in a swimsuit, but that's around the point. But again, guys, support your local indie feds, whether it be whether it be hey, if Ring of Honor comes to town, or if there's a local high school promotion that comes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the high school, you only pay $5 to get in. Go at it, because again, the stars of tomorrow, they're coming out of these indie feds.
Yep.
I think people forget that, and who knows who you're gonna meet. You never know.
And the stars of yesterday are going into those feds.
Exactly, to put over the stars of tomorrow. You see how that balances out, guys? Come on now. You see how that balances out? You see how that shit
So I
balances
wanted
out?
to talk about TNA for a minute, because y'all just mentioned that. You know, I watched TNA. Actually, I started watching TNA in 2007, and I stopped watching in 2012 because that was after the whole Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll say this honestly. I thought their jump to Destination America was the best thing they could have done. I thought Spike TV was wrong for them. I thought they weren't growing as a company. They weren't growing as a brand. And honestly, all the TNA bashing, why would you want to bash a rival? I know they're not complete rivals to the WWE, but why would you want to bash any other company where wrestlers can make money? Wouldn't you want to support wrestling and support wrestlers? Wouldn't you want other companies to be out there as an alternative to the WWE? Everyone that wants to rant and complain about the WWE doing the same thing, then why don't you fucking do something about it and change the channel and watch fucking TNA? If you don't want to watch TNA, watch something else.
Exactly.
But support it, God damn it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying as well. My take is this, all right? Wrestling is wrestling regardless. However, at the end of the day, people have their preference. You know what I'm saying? You know, again, the way my wrestling philosophy is, you know, I view wrestling like a bitch. Like, there's 3 brands that I follow, you know, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, and I treat them like a bitch. And if that one bitch is not doing me good, I'm going to go to the next bitch and rotate them. You know what I mean? That's what you do.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you do, man. You just keep going, dude.
Exactly.
Like
you know,
that report that just came out about that indie wrestling fucking federation that's going to be a part of that major cable network. That's being broadcast in what, like 80 million fucking homes across the U.S. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I think it's from Las Vegas, right? From Las Vegas, whatever. Something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, you know what's crazy? We haven't heard shit about this federation, and they're about to be on national television, yet GFW has been advertising itself for a year, and it doesn't even have a TV deal. Like, what the fuck, Jeff Jarrett?
Well, apparently, Jeff Jarrett is going to start doing tapings in the summer from Las Vegas. So, from what it looks like, there could have been a TV deal already. I mean, here's the thing about it, right? I don't want to shit on it right away. I want to give it a chance first. You know, that's the thing with me. I'm willing to give it a chance and see what he has to offer. I mean, one thing about him, though, and I'll say this, though, you know, the launching of Wrestle Kingdom 9, I think, was a phenomenal project. I think, if anything, Wrestle Kingdom 9 is probably the best wrestling show of 2015, hands down, you know. But that's all, and the reason why it came to, it was pay-per-view in America, because of Jeff Jarrett with Global Force Wrestling. You know?
You know, I'm honestly surprised Jeff Jarrett didn't go out there and hit somebody with a guitar and then pin them and get himself over. I was very surprised that we didn't have that.
I mean, he had a match, but he didn't win. He had a match. He didn't win, though.
But he had to make sure he had to be on the card.
I mean, he's part of the Bullet Club, so, I mean, it makes a lot of sense in a way, to an extent.
Yep.
God, don't you just feel so bad for Kurt Angle during that fucking feud in TNA? With Jeff Jarrett, with Karen Angle, oh my God! You know, the entire time, like Kurt Angle was just drinking backstage.
I mean, he took it like a champ. He handled it professionally. You know what I mean?
I mean, he definitely handled it better than Matt Hardy.
Yeah,
in
he
WWE with the whole Lita situation.
Oh, of course he did. Of course, you know. I mean, I'll say this though: some people could say that tarnished his career, but at the end of the day, you know, I thought it was a very interesting feud. If you get what I mean, like, yeah, every match Jarrett won, until Angle finally won. I think it was in that for the medals and shit. But overall,
was it their lockdown match that he won?
No. It was I think it was a Slammiversary.
Okay.
It was a thing whether if Jarrett won, he was gonna get Angle's medals.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that was it. But overall, though, I mean, again, you know. The following has joined a party. You can also join. Okay, I want to join the fucking party right now. And my Skype stopped working right now. Hopefully it works in a bit, though. Hopefully it does work in a bit. Let's hope so. I apologize, guys, for the technical difficulties. These things happen a lot. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. What can I say? It is what it is. I'm dropping, apparently. Apparently we're dropping. But, guys, let us know if you can hear us, though. Let us know if you can hear us. Just let us know. Just let us know again. You guys can hear us. But then again, guys, I mean, I'll say this, though, again. Support your local federations and have fun. That's all we're saying, pretty much. You know? I think from here, guys, we're going to wrap things up. We thank all of you for tuning in this week. You can follow the TeamHeal Podcast on Twitter at TeamHeal Podcast. You can, again, also ShoutEngine.com and as well at Spreaker. Go check out COH Network. Go check out Durga Burgers. I thank all of you for tuning in, all of you for calling in as well. And we'll be back next week. We'll be back next week for episode number 89 within the Rope Show. So tune in for that, guys. And until next week, guys, I'm Heel Steven, the whole crew, Knowledge of Wrestling, Double Z TV. We'll catch you all next week for episode 89 of the TeamHeal Podcast.